Hello everyone, this is Sheldon from ColourArte. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be pouring over this, I guess, used piece of wood that I tried. It didn't work out for me, and so I kind of cleaned most of it off, but it's smooth right now, so I'm going to do a bloom on it. And yes, we all have fails sometimes. So I'm going to do a multicolored bloom. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 colors right before the cell activator. Actually, let's add another shade because I'm going to try to get my jelly beans going. And this is going to be a whole rainbow of jelly beans, I hope. That's what I'm going for. So the whole idea behind a jelly bean basically is you have a glowing cell that has an opaque edge to it with a dark cell activator to kind of make the edge shape into a jelly bean, because the dark cell activator recedes, which causes the cells to come up. That's how the colors work. So let's get started and see how this can work out. So I'm going to put my white background on it, and this is Glidden Premium Semi-Gloss with a little bit of water for the flow. And I'll tell you the colors as I'm layering them down. So I'm going to do a drizzle pattern, so to speak. I'm doing it in a drizzly kind of way to make sure those colors go on nice. So this is Quinacridone Nickel Azo Gold by Golden. I'm going to drizzle it on like that. From on high, and put you aside here. And this is Old Gold from Artist Loft. ColourArte Pigment Nebula Star. I want plenty of that. I like that color. Okay. This is Pebeo Iridescent Violet Blue. These colors are all transparent, which allows for that glowing cell, this pillow, the white pillow, to come through the colors. But I'm layering like this also because if I have multiple colors in there, those cells can become like peacock cells. This is ColourArte's Mystique. Moonbeams, ColourArte. Now those were pigments. And I'm following up by a couple of Prizm pours, which is Big Apple from the Warm Tones collection of Prizm pour. African Violet. Okay. Now, I'll drizzle those colors. Now, I want a little bit more control in the center, so I'm not going to quite drizzle as badly on this Aqua Flash. This is an opaque color. It's going to be highlighted by a little bit of the titanium white there in the middle. That's it. And then my Pebeo Blue Black, Atelier Interactive Blue Black Cell Activator. Now, I want plenty of it to go on there, so when I blow it out, I can send it in the directions I want it to go. So, high fan, cool temperature. Let's see what happens. I hope I didn't blow all the color off. I have to do that again. Seems like I'm gonna have to do this again. It definitely did not turn out the way I wanted it to. So I'm gonna scoop that back to the middle and pour those colors back on. I'm not even gonna bother spinning that out. So let's scoop this back to the middle and try again. Sometimes things just don't go your way. Come on. Just bring this back to the middle and try again. I didn't lose a lot of color, which is good. So all this can come back. And I'm just going to pour right back on it. So the Quinacridone, Nickel Azo Gold, drizzle, drizzle. I go with the same order I went. Old gold, drizzle, drizzle. Nebula Star, drizzle, drizzle. The violet, Mystique, now I'm going to have to list these in the description box. So that was the Moonbeams, this was a little bit thick, that's okay. That was the Prizm Pour Big Apple, African Violet, Aqua Flash, Color Shifting, ColourArte, and I'm on the other side of the table too, so it's kind of difficult when I got a cord coming over and it's kind of holding my so instead of pouring it on there, I'm gonna give you 2 spoonfuls, 2 spoons, 2 scoops, like Raisin Bran. All right, now I'm done. That's gonna be in my blooper reel. Time it took to sink is what made some of these cells not come out the way I like them to. I'm not exactly happy with that one either. I think I'm gonna try it again, but I'm gonna leave that I think I might leave the white out. So I'm not happy with that one. So instead of scraping this one, I'm just going to pour some more paint on top and use this as a flow extender. So I can plug this thing somewhere else. Put it somewhere else. Okay, folks, let me try this again. Hopefully this time it'll work. I moved the what do I call it? I moved my blow dryer to another part, and so now hopefully it'll work. So let me get a little bit more color paint. Try again. I'm not going to scrape it. I'm just going to pour right on top of it. It's not what I was looking for, but fortunately, I have a lot of paint here that'll give a good flow extender. Maybe I'll change the order around too. So let's go Quinacridone Nickel Azo Gold. I'm just going to go circles like this. The drizzle was fun, but it didn't give me the effect that I wanted. So I'm going to go with the Nickel Azo Gold and the old gold. And let me go with the second. Thin down just this red apple a little bit. Big apple. Okay, it was just too thick. I wanted to give it a little bit more flow. There we go. I'm gonna go with the big apple first. Then, next to the big apple, I'll go with the blue violet. And I'll go with the lights and then work back toward the darks. The Moonbeams. I was going to do Nebula Star first, but I changed it to the Mystique. Give it some of that turquoise light green. Then the Nebula Star. See if I could change it up a little bit. Get the Nebula Star closer to the top. Then the African Violet. I think I'm gonna leave the titanium white off this time, and then just stick with the ColourArte Aqua Flash under the black cell activator, or the blue black. And, okay. Okay, much better. I think that white kind of like jacked me up a little bit. So now I got my beans. Beans is the musical fruit. And the more you eat, is the more you chew. The more you chew, is the better you feel. So eat your beans with every meal. Yes, I'm doing my swirlies for these parts that lack interest. And when I do them, I like to come from the bottom and swirl to the top, like the way an ice cream cone goes. I like to keep them close to the center because as they spread out, they don't go off. See, if I did them here, when I spin it, it will go off the edge. So I like to keep them close here if I'm going to do them. And I don't need a whole lot. Like, I'm not going to put any up here. I'll put one here because of this little bump right here. So I'm going to turn that bump into a nice little swirly. And let that kind of bump go into that, makes a nice look to it. Maybe over here, a little bit of one. So I like to pick and choose where I decide to put my swirl patterns. Because I don't just want them blah, 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 all over the place. It's just my personal taste. And there's no slight against any artist out there who likes to put the modifications in that kind of a pattern. But just for my personal taste, I just like to have my swirlies in a certain way. All right, I think that's good. Now, what I'm going to do though, is because the center of my canvas is here, it's going to make all this pull. I don't want that. I want the center of my blowout, which is here, which is off center, in the center of the spinner. So we're going to move this to the center a little bit, to make that come closer to the center, like that, closer to that edge. And then when I spin, I'm going to spin slowly so it can still go around. I have a lot of paint on this canvas. And that slid off. I guess I shouldn't have put it that far to the edge. That's okay. There was a lot of paint there. You see how I spun slowly? I'm looking at this. I like the compo position. Little baby spin there. Okay, I think that's going to do it. I mean, it's not exactly centered, but the way those cells come out, I think I really like that piece. All right, I'm going to set you on the side to dry, and I'm going to get you down for a closer look. Okay, folks, there you have it. This was so off-center, but it made for a nice composition. Let me show you all that bling that's in there from the pigments and the Prizm pour, which will definitely show up when it's resin. And look at all that bling in there. So this actually was not my plan. Got a few jelly bean cells, peacock type cells in here. Look at that glowing yellow. See, that's what I meant by a jelly bean. See that glowing yellow in there and it's edged in that blue? So that's kind of like the idea of having jelly bean cells. Even here how it glows and edged in that blue right there. So I'm fairly happy with this one. It's kind of an off-center piece, as you see, but it really makes those cells pop. Look at how those cells pop against that black. These look like embers, hot embers in a fireplace. And then by spinning slowly, my swirls didn't get any jiggle movement in there, so they kept nice and round. Nice lacing on the edges. Even in this area here, you still have sparkle from the paints going across. So I like that too. So let me pull this back to show you that it has almost like this spilling over negative space feel to it. I do really like this one. I didn't plan on it to be so off center, but it's a great piece. I'm very happy with it. Oh, this is the test piece when I did my color test. So you see how the colors tested out there? And then I did it here. So I always test on a small piece to see whether or not those colors are going to go together. And then I try to recreate the layering from here to here. The smaller piece will become jewelry when I peel the skin off tomorrow. And I'm going to make some jewelry pieces out of those colors there. But I love this right here. I'm very happy with it. So this is Sheldon from ColourArte. Thank you for watching. And again, as always, happy pouring. Bye-bye.